I thought our family tradition was normal. Now I know it wasn't even close to that. Every Sunday at exactly 6 p.m., my grandfather would call me down to his basement. 3 knocks on the door, always 3, never more, never less. He'd count them out loud from the other side, his voice muffled through the thick wood. 1, 2, 3. Good boy, Wesley. Then the lock would click, and I'd hear his footsteps retreating down the stairs. I'd wait exactly 10 seconds before opening the door. Another rule he'd drilled into me since I was 7 years old. The basement smelled like old books and something metallic I could never quite identify, and Grandpa would be sitting in his leather chair with 2 cups of hot chocolate waiting on the small table between us. We'd talk for exactly 1 hour, about school, about sports, about anything except why we had this tradition in the first place. When the alarm on his watch beeped, our time was up. I'd climb the stairs, pull the door shut behind me, and hear the lock engage immediately. For 11 years, this was just what we did. My parents never questioned it, never joined us, never even asked what we talked about down there. It was Grandpa and Wesley time, sacred and unbreakable, every single Sunday without fail. My little sister Autumn asked about it once when she was maybe 6 years old. Why does Wesley get special Grandpa time and I don't? Mom's face went tight, and she steered Autumn into the kitchen with a hand on her shoulder, muttering something about how every family has their own ways of doing things. Dad didn't even look up from his newspaper, but I saw his hands grip the pages tighter, knuckles going white. Grandpa had been living with us since Grandma died when I was 3, taking over the entire basement as his personal space. Nobody else went down there, ever. Mom would leave his laundry at the top of the stairs in a basket, and it would be gone by morning, replaced by the previous week's clean clothes folded with military precision. Once, when I was 9, I tried to sneak down on a Wednesday afternoon, curious about what Grandpa did down there when we weren't having our Sunday sessions. The door was locked, obviously, but I pressed my ear against it anyway, listening. Complete silence. Not even the sound of movement or breathing. I'd knocked experimentally, 3 times like I'd been taught, but nothing happened. No response, no footsteps, nothing. I'd gone to find Grandpa and discovered him in the backyard, tending to his garden like always on Wednesday afternoons. When I asked him about the locked basement, he'd smiled and ruffled my hair. That's my private space, Wesley. A man needs his sanctuary. The tradition continued through my childhood without incident, so routine it became invisible. 3 knocks, 10-second wait, 1 hour of conversation, alarm beeps, leave. My friends thought it was weird that I couldn't hang out Sunday evenings, but I just shrugged it off as family stuff. By the time I was in high school, I'd stopped thinking about it altogether. It was just what we did, like some families went to church or had game night. Our thing was the basement meetings. Grandpa never missed one, even when he had the flu so bad he could barely stand. Even when I had the flu and could barely stand, Mom still sent me down there with a box of tissues and a bottle of hand sanitizer. Grandpa is expecting you, Wesley. You know how he gets if the routine is disrupted. I didn't actually know how he got, because in 11 years, we'd never disrupted the routine. Not once. Not even when Aunt Patricia died and the funeral was on a